All right, so welcome back to the Truth Be Told podcast. I'm your host Pat,
I'm your host Fred.
and today I feel like finance. Finance. I think that'd be a good topic to talk about today.
Definitely.
So, thought of you, Fred. What do you have to say on finance?
When it comes down to financing, we get it twisted and say, you know what? I gotta make a lot of money to save a lot of money, which is really not true. It's not what you make, it's what you do with what you have.
Okay.
And if you sit around and you say, I make $100,000 and you don't do anything with it, and you can't save $5, what's $100,000?
Right.
And the same person who making $10,000 or $20,000 can have more than you have.
That's a good thought on. Like I say, I know I was just mentioning to somebody the other day. My income dropped a little bit, but after I thought about it, no use of me complaining because when I was making pretty good income, I was driving trucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have none of it. I didn't invest none of it. So just like you said, now I'm a lower income. I'm on a lower tax bracket. I just started in investing. So like I say, it's not about how much you make. It's about what you make and what you make out of it, right?
Right. What you do with what you have. And if you are just going to hold your money and put your money in the bank, you're not going to gain much money from it.
So what would be the best thing to do? Let's say just for example, let's say my annual salary is 30,000.
Okay.
What would you feel like be a good thing to start with managing my finances? Where should I start a 401k when I first get on the job? What should I do to look into saving going forward from that $30,000 income?
Now you gotta understand when you do with a 401k first. I'm talking about a 401k first. When you do what a 401k is you taking your money investing and letting the company invest it for you.
Right.
Now you can't readily go and get that money when you need that money.
Right.
When it comes down to investment, if you don't have a retirement, get a 401k. But the average person can't save enough in 401k to retire anyway. Because you got to understand, if you're retired, if you're in 401k, you need to put at least 10 to 20% of your money or your take-home pay in 401k.
Right.
Most people can't put 1% of their take-home pay in 401k. So 401k is a good idea if you're trying to retire, you don't have a retirement. So therefore, don't get to the point where we're looking around, we're looking for somebody to die, we're looking for somebody to will us some money or somebody to sit around and say we win the lottery. That may not happen. So we got to come out with different things. We can't just do 401k. 401k is a good idea, but don't put it all in 401k.
So do they have anything good out there? For example, like a cash value life insurance, or should we invest or save in ourselves because we already don't have Social Security, retirement. So is the goal to have multiple source of income stream or a good saving plan? Like just have money on hand, or what would be the best option for if I'm looking towards save towards retirement?
When you're saving toward retirement, it has to be like a tree. Your money has to be like a tree. And when I say like a tree is, you can't let it go in one thing. A tree got a million branches. Your money has to actually fluctuate. And if you can touch your money, you 9 times don't have any money.
Okay.
So when you invest your money, you want to be not able to touch your money quickly. Because remember, some people don't understand what's emergency and what's not. And like I say, when I say if it's not emergency, I wouldn't touch my money. So when you talk about investing something that you can use and not lose your money, like CDs.
Okay.
You can get bonds. Like with CDs, you can get at your local bank.
Right.
You get your CDs, keep putting your money in your CDs. When you need money, you don't get your money out of your CD. Like most people, like, oh, I got my money. Like you got the bank, you go get your money. That means you got less in the bank, right? So if I got a CD, let's say my CD is worth $10,000. So all my tax money I'm putting in every year. I'm putting in like 5% or 10% of my check every time I get paid.
Right.
Now I go to the bank. I can borrow from my CD. Now remember, my CD still I got to pay that back.
Right.
But it's my money. Not with 401k. See, 401k, you can't borrow without a penalty. You got to pay for your money. So if you got your CD, you go ahead on and borrow from your CD. Use it for what you need for an emergency happens. and then put it back.
Right.
So instead of saying, you know what, I've been saving 2% of my salary and I'm putting in now to pay myself back, I'm gonna put in 4% to pay what I borrow and keep my money flowing.
Okay. So like I said, I'm some of that stuff I knew about, and some of it I didn't. Like I said, I knew about CDs. Of course, I knew of 401k, but I didn't know. I think on one job I had, I started putting money into a 401k, and then like I said, if I thought about it, like I don't know if that's the right thing to do. But I did hear about. Had a good friend tell me about. I still need to look more into it, but about a stocks and bonds.
Okay.
Like I say, so I got into the stock market in 2020. Now, I studied up on it. Now, I don't know that I just come in the right time and got lucky and did good in 2020. Because, like I say, from there, I think I made a few thousands in 2020. In 2021, I made a little bit, but 23 and but 22 and 23, I lost. Okay. So like I said, I don't know that a good. I think they're just like considered as an investment. It's not a really good savings plan unless of course I get a stock and bunker. They had that on the stock market too. You go into the stock and bunker, that value not going to drop as quick as a business might do it failing. And I don't have much of a savings plans. Like I said, so this is something that I'm gonna have to get my pad and start jotting some stuff down, because I'm definitely gonna moving forward put me something into a CD, even if it just start at 1,000, like I said, and then at the end of the year I save up and put a little more in it, or like I said, I can invest my my tax return in the CD every year. So I have to look into a CD, and I'm trying to think. I can't think of no other way to save. Well, besides if I save myself and put towards something.
Right. You got to put something toward it. And then you got to look at, you can also go to your bank. They also have what's called high yield accounts.
Okay.
The high yield account starts like you got to start off with a certain amount. Something's like about $10,000. But your interest is compounded daily. So what's going to happen is you can't go and just keep getting money out of it. You got to put that in for a long-term investment. So if I said I'm going to take my money and I'm going to save my money and I'm going to retire one day, if I put my money in there for a high yield account, all I got to do is don't touch my money. It's going to keep growing every single day. And it's going to grow higher than any savings account you ever have.
Okay, so I think my confusion is, and this is my question. This is the things I need to know before I can start saving also. So how much do you think would be a good amount to save each year? That's one of my questions. Another question is, how many savings plans should I have? And the third is, how long should I have them? Like I say, now I think they said our retirement back to 70. So do I really need to wait to 70 to retire, or can I attain that goal early on before that? And also, if I do wait to 70, what's the goal? What's the amount I have at 70? I know the obvious. I have my Social Security, I have my retirement. That money have to pay the bills that I have now. I accumulate now. Yes, I can cut some of them, but would it pay? I don't want to downsize. So would I be able to continue to save my house and pay my bills in my house, or can I continue to keep my cars? Or so how do you feel about that?
All right. First of all, let me dispel a myth. And most people think that to retire you need to have your house paid off, you need to have your car paid off. That's not really true.
Okay.
Now, when you come down to investing your money, you invest your money so that your money works for you. You don't work for your money. Your money has to work for you.
Okay.
And when I say this, that means when you sleep, your money should be making money. See, if you sit around and be like, oh man, you know what? I got to do this with my money, that means you're going to never have any. Now, when you retire, like at 70, how many years you have left at 70? I mean, I'm not going to retire no 70. That don't make no sense.
Right.
So I'm going to retire when it says 62 and a half. That's when I'm getting out of this game.
Right.
But when I get to that point, I want to make sure that I have my Social Security. Okay. I'm lucky enough to have a retirement plan from the job that I'm in. So I'm going to have that retirement.
Okay.
But that's not the only retirement I got now.
Okay.
Because I invested my money in more than one entity, different companies, in stock market, So I'm looking at my money growing for a lifetime.
Right.
So all I got to do is take a certain percentage of it every year, depending on how much I save. So if I save like $200,000,
Mhm.
my money is gonna keep growing to the day I die,
Right.
and then on. All I gotta do is take out a certain percentage of my money every year. So if I save like $20,000, I can take out an average of $4,000-5,000, probably close to like $7,000 a year.
Mhm.
Won't touch my money. My money's still growing. All I take was interest for 1 year.
Right.
So my money's still there. So I never touch my money. So the base of my money is still there.
Mhm.
So you got to be able to understand that your money has to keep growing with you. But if you wait that late, it's not saying how many years you got left. You know what I mean? You retire 70 and die 71. No.
So I heard you mention well, not today, but before I heard you mention the 5-year savings plan. So this
Okay.
do this consist as your 5-year saving plan? Is it possible somebody can look now to start saving for retirement and be able to get out and quit in 5 years?
You know, it depends on, you can actually do it, but it also depends on your bills.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we go to college and we start getting all this money, and then the first thing we want to do is we want to upgrade. We want a bigger house. That means a bigger bill.
Right.
That means our light bill went up, our gas bill went up, our insurance go. We want brand new cars. All this go up.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to look at the amount of money you're bringing in about the amount of money you're saving. So if I can say, save 30% of your money,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good idea. But if you can't afford to save 30% of your money, it's a bad idea.
Right.
So you got to be able to say, you know what? I'm going to take a long term, or you can do short term. Depends a whole lot of, when you got children, it's kind of hard because they got emergencies and you got to be prepared for that emergency.
Right. Right.
So, like I said, I go and I try to make sure that I have my money split in so many ways. I have money that I can touch.
Mm-hmm.
I have money that I can touch, but it takes time to touch it. Those money is in for emergencies.
Right.
Like most people say, you must have $4,000 or $5,000 of money set aside just for emergencies.
Right.
Just in case you lose your job. So, I mean, it depends on a whole lot of things. You just got to make sure you sit down, look at your finances, and find out which plan works better for you. You can start off slow and then keep on perpetuating, going faster, more and more and more. So if I said, you know what, I ain't making that much money, I'm a plan to make more money next year.
Right.
But I'm not gonna start saving. I'm gonna start saving now.
Right.
So when the times are hard, that's when I start saving.
Mm-hmm.
And then when times get better, it ain't no big deal.
Right.
So I can add some more money. So it ain't gonna be like, oh man, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, because it's just a natural thing. My money is automatically going out. And you can have your money taken out before you touch it. Most people get to the point where you can see it, you don't want to get rid of it. But if you have it taken out before you see it, it just always be growing for you.
Right.
So make sure that you, whenever you get to your money and you trying to save, like if I got a savings account, take that money out directly. As soon as you get paid, it goes out. You ain't gonna worry about it. Like I actually just started me a Christmas club. I've never had a Christmas club. I'm not saving for Christmas. I'm not. I've never saved for Christmas.
Right.
I mean, I always had money for Christmas.
Right.
I mean, I never saved, but I started me a Christmas club.
Okay.
And the key with my Christmas club is understanding that I still got to live.
Mm-hmm.
I got to still go on vacation. My kids going to ask me, Daddy, I need some money.
Right.
I got to have that money. That's my money for my Christmas club.
Right.
So I ain't got to worry about, oh man, I got to go touch my life savings. And while my money depleting, I'm asking myself, what's going to happen if I lose my job?
Mm-hmm.
So I try to make sure my money keep going and keep growing.
So that's the concept behind it, is to have your money set up like a tree. You plant that seed and you make sure your money be able to take root. That means you have it, save it and let it be there. And then, like you say, it could grow. You got to it branch off in different areas. So you have different access point of where your money at, how much your money bringing in. You don't have it all in one spot where you just depend on the 401k. So that's the concept of getting
That's
from
the
it.
concept. You have to keep it moving. If
Okay.
that money is not moving, it's worth nothing.
Okay.
Okay? It's not going to be any worth to you. I mean, I look at most people sitting around there and you see all the people watching, making videos, and they got all this money that's sitting around there.
Mm-hmm.
I see more little kids playing with their money because they have nothing to do with it. It has no value. Money gotta have a destination. If you don't give money the destination, you're gonna lose it every time. Because money has to keep moving. And the only way you're gonna keep moving is you gotta invest your money so that it does keep moving. It does keep building value for you.
I think the information was much needed because, like I say, saving and investing is the key. But like I say, if you, like you just mentioned, you got everybody posting all their money, you got all your money, and I got
Yeah.
all my money in the house. Yeah, of course. Just so the bank don't have your money for they can invest, but are you investing your money? So like I
Right.
say, that make a lot of sense of save your money, invest your money, and make sure you have it where it can grow. If you don't have no kind of saving plan, you all go ahead and start
Please.
today and start with anything. Like I said, a CD that you just go to the bank and just tell you want to deposit $1,000 into a CD just so you can get an understanding of it. Even 500, but I think
Yeah.
I think some it depends on how your
You can
bank
get a
set up.
$500 CD.
I think $500 CD is
Yeah.
available, but you have to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, don't forget, like Fred mentioned, once you get that CD, okay, that's one saving. So that's that's how your tree start. That's one. If you decide to put a little money in the 401k,
Yeah.
that's
Do
another one.
so.
But don't forget, just like how he mentioned too, that money gonna come out your check every pay period, whatever you decide to put in there. So you got to set your own saving plan up the same way. Put this much amount going into your savings account, and by you having that many branches on that tree, like I said, you might have a rainy day, car problem. So okay, I can
Right.
go to my savings in my bank account, but you still have your 401k and you still have your CD. So
Definitely.
that sounds like a good plan. Like I said, I'm starting on mine. Next payday. I don't know when y'all gonna start on next payday. I'm gonna start on mine. Like I say, I'm not good at saving, but I'm real good with business. So I can, for example, if I had the money towards it, I can start a business up, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would work as good as it would if I had money in savings. Because I have money in the savings. Yes, if I start a business, once you start a business up, that money is dedicated to your business, so you can grow your business from your business account.
Right.
So that's one thing. But like I say, saving, I feel like if I master savings like I really need to, that'd be a big financial gain on me. So
Yeah. Savings is definitely it's the most important thing you can do in your life. The most important thing you can do for your children. I mean, if you're gonna save money and have money when you die, because you got to think as you get older, that means the policies will get higher,
mhm.
and you can't really afford it. So therefore, it won't be a great investment. That means you get in it early. So if you want you a term life plan, please get into it quickly. If you want to say that something may happen to you, get in your term life plan. Get it for the longest amount of time you can get it. And when you get into it, you may get like $100,000. If you start off real young, start around about 27, 25, you may get $100,000, $200,000 for a little nothing,
Mhm.
56 dollars, 50 or $60 a month. You can afford $56 a month.
So now that you mentioned that, with that, okay, so we talking about the savings, and you gave me different ways to save. If you're looking at saving for your kids, or building a generational wealth,
Mm-hmm.
what all would be considered the top things to do? Okay, so you have your insurance. Okay,
Right?
so do you need to have a trust fund set up for them too, or what would be the best thing to do? Would insurance just be enough for the pass down and your save? And like say, so you told me your savings. How do you have your savings set up for after you pass? Do you, if money just okay? Well, you save what you could, or do you have it set up for the pass down to the next generation?
Well, it depends on what kind of job you got, though. So it's like this. Like, you can actually go through and say, when you retire, you can actually say, you know what, I can give to my kids a certain percentage of my money per year.
Mm-hmm.
That means the base of it won't disappear. So what's going to happen is they'll get that money for the rest of their life because they'll never touch this money. Because this money gonna still grow.
So it's kind of like how the military is set up.
Right.
Okay. And I think that's a good idea to integrate that platform into your regular city. You don't have to be in the military to be able to have it set up like that, right?
No,
You can set it up yourself, can't
you
you?
set up yourself,
Okay.
and definitely you gotta make sure that when your kids get to a certain point, you don't want to make sure that they sit around not trying to take all the money and not using your money up because they have to live too. And then also one thing else, protect yourself. Most people won't protect themselves. Protect your income.
Right.
So you got insurance. You got your term life. You can get your whole life, and then you can borrow against that money.
Right.
But also get insurance on your job. Because one thing I do is never have I ever missed a check. Sick or unsick. When I'm sick, I'm out, but I never miss a check. And the reason I never miss a check is because I protect my income.
Right.
So I got insurance on my income.
Right.
So if I happen to be out from work, they're going to pay me. So therefore, oh, how you going to be out to work and going to pay? Oh, I've been out a whole week. Still getting paid. Oh, you've been out a month. Still getting paid.
And I was told that, like I said, I think my mom told me she have Aflac, like I said. So
Right.
she said that's a good insurance company to go with. Like I said, whether you sick or hurt, you get paid not
Yeah.
only from, depending on what your injury is, you get paid for your job.
Right.
Like I say, if you have insurance, they'll pay you for your days.
Yeah.
And like I say, if you have
long term, short term disability, you
Right.
gotta have it.
Okay,
You
so
gotta have it.
that's stuff that needed, because I think this generation just getting jobs and
Leaving them quickly.
Yeah, leaving quick. They make a little money. They not looking to retire. To them, a job is a job. I quit this one, get another one tomorrow. So
Yeah.
so the key is save, invest. What was that third one? Insurance.
And protect your income.
Protect
You
it.
gotta protect
Insure
your
it.
income.
Insure it.
And like you mentioned, Aflac. There's more than just Aflac. I actually have one. I forgot what the name of it was, but I know that one time I got hurt, and trust me, They paid more than if I was working. And I'm like, hey, I said I couldn't beat this with six, but I make religiously payments on that account so I can protect my income.
And we'll have to get that up. When we find out that account, I'll put it in the comments below for you can be able to look into it. But you definitely need some insurance, like I say, in every form. Like I say, with health insurance, and then you can have multiple insurance policies too. So
I got Aflac too.
Right. So you can It's not no limit on your insurance policy, and then that's integrate into savings.
Right.
Because like I say, yeah, you putting money into it, but when you need it, are you putting money back out? Because like you said, if you out of work, for example, you can lose so much in one day before you even think about it. Just say if you get in your car today, not wishing it on you. You say you get in your car today, you have an accident, pretty bad accident. So now you out of a car, your body all beat up. So now you out of a job, and so you got your car bill. You got to make sure. So you say your car insured, so that's covered. So you got your health insurance, that covered. So you got life insurance, that covered. So all that money that you invest in, I call it investing into the insurance company, you can be able to get that out. Like so that all integrated all in one.
Right. And then mention on the car part. Now, remember, when you get your car insurance, they got different plans. Get the plan where it says you got the free tow service. Get the plan where it says you get the free rental car.
Right.
You get it all. Because I think when my car went down, the first thing I did was I went to the Hertz rental car and got me a rental car. Didn't have to pay a dime.
That's the purpose of it.
That's the purpose.
You don't want to spend money. Though I said if you don't have it set up right, you can lose it all in one day, because that one little accident caused a chain reaction of I'm spending money on this. I don't have no way to get to work, so you're not getting to the money, and you spend more money out trying to get back to it. So that insurance is really important. Like I say, I only have car insurance and life insurance. I gotta get the rest of it. I don't have health insurance, and I should learn from this flu season because it's been terrible. Like I say, so make sure you have your finances in order. Make sure you saving, and make sure you insure your money. Like I say, these are gems that you are getting for free. We don't this stuff. The truth was meant to be told a long time ago, but a lot of people don't want to mention it. Like you say, unfortunately, some people might not have people in their life will be able to tell them the information. Okay, so this is why we set this platform up where we'll be able to discuss these topics, where we can cover the stuff that need to be covered. Like I say, we're not trying to throw too much in one video, so we're trying to keep all our videos minimum to maybe 20 to 30 minutes. So if you all have any questions, make sure you comment it. If we didn't cover something, or we didn't cover something long enough, if you comment it, we can make you another video. But this stuff right here is going to be produced weekly. So y'all have to stay tuned to the Truth Be Told podcast if you want to continue to get this information. Thank y'all for watching. Once again, I'm your host, Pat.
I'm your host, Fred. Now remember, if you have something to add to any topic we have, please put it in the comment section, because we can address it. I'm always trying to grow.
Right.
So if it's something new that I don't know,
share.
that I just learned, please share, because I'm gonna share it with you.
Mm-hmm. Share. So let's help each other out. Like I said, all the answers not coming from here. This just help you guide you down to the path to finding the answer what you're looking for. Then, like you said, you can listen to the video and look in the comments. You might find that piece to connect your piece what you already have. So let's share this information. Let's make sure you share the video. Like Fred said, comment your concern. You might have a better insurance company than what Fred mentioned. So now that helping me, I can add that to my collection. But hey, y'all stay tuned for the next episode. Be blessed.
Yeah, I'm talking investment. Making wealth with the cryptocurrency. Nothing to lose like a Marlon Lawrence. Airbnb, just a little insurance. I'm popping them flexing. Remember when I had the band of crib? I hated a blessing. Like mama, we made it. Ain't no more stressing. Yeah, my trust in the Lord, he gon' carry me. No longer salary.